Majesty the Queen has made a decision about her family Christmas, but what's the real reasoning behind it? Hi, good morning, Neil Sean here in the heart of London. Thanks for joining me today. Back inside today, it's got chilly again. You know what it's like, I soon dart in if it gets too chilly. I don't know about you as well, I'm getting fed up now of having to take everything out with me, gloves, hats, scarves. I know there are certain parts in the world, of course, where it's beautiful summer. You don't have this problem, but don't worry, it all comes around to all of us, doesn't it? Back as ever though to our breaking royal story of the day. This all centres on Her Majesty the Queen, our glorious monarch here in the United Kingdom, who's decided, of course, sadly, to forego her annual trip to one of her rather favourite places, in fact, Sandringham in Norfolk. Now, lots of preparation had gone into this, as you can imagine, like so many people though. As a very good source at Windsor Castle told me yesterday, Her Majesty feels for everybody who's going under the same problems, because she'd planned a very big family Christmas. As you can imagine, we hadn't had much to go in the last couple of years, so like everyone, she thought, well, it seems pretty clear. And then, of course, the new variant struck and everything changed. Now, Her Majesty the Queen has decided to stay at Windsor Castle, and a lot of people have already contacted me saying, well, what does this mean for her? Will she be alone? Let's just be blunt here. Her Majesty the Queen is never alone. She has ladies in waiting, people who look after her. And, of course, at her age, naturally, a rather sort of tight few members of staff who are all fully vaccinated, I might point out, and do those lateral flow tests at every opportunity, obviously. But on a more serious note, yes, it's very upsetting, but for her, she realises that she has to lead by example. One thing, though, that one person told me yesterday out at Windsor, and I thought this was rather nice, in fact. I said, is she really that fed up about this? Is she a little bit, cheesed off? Because, of course, she had these plans. And they said, look, Her Majesty the Queen's a very stoic lady. And more importantly, and I thought, yeah, this is so true actually about Her Majesty. They said, look, she lived through the Second World War. In fact, she was active within the Second World War. And that was years of upheaval, deprivation, and bad things happening at every twist and corner. While she said, obviously this is a terrible situation for a lot of people around the world, she feels herself very fortunate. And she lives by the real motto of, just buckle down, try your best, try and be kind to others, move forward with your life. And it's true when you think about the fact that Her Majesty at 95 really is one of the rather few people who did live through the Second World War. When you think about it, she was right there. Then, of course, I'm not saying this is more, not as difficult. Of course, every generation finds things equally challenging for themselves. But for Her Majesty, I can imagine she's just got that spirit of, okay, if this is what we're doing now, well, this is what we're doing. The good news is all of the family will be visiting over the festive period, but it will be all staggered and, of course, in social distancing sensibilities. So if you want to wish our glorious monarch a very happy Christmas, do so, but this year it will be, once again, in Windsor. Neil Sean in the heart of London.